are include this example Sankasur, Cisalpine pulcherrima, Dillonyx sericea, Acacia tora. For this study of the families, this family comes from the subclass that is a Polypetalae on the basis presence or absence of the corolla. Whether the corolla is free or fused. On this, the dicot class is further divided into three subclasses. That is the first Polypetalae group. We will see afterwards this classification, but the group that is a subclass is a Polypetalae. Petals are free, petals present and petals are free. Poly means petals separate or fused one. Here in this family study, we are going to see the characters one by one. That is the first habit. Habit, how they look. In the nature, the plants are, majority plants are trees. Some plants are the shrubs. Trees plants, when it has the main trunk, and from this trunk above it facilitates the many branches. That is known as a tree. It attains 20, 40, 50 feet in height. Shrubs, the branches, that is the main trunk is there here. It branches, they are produced from the basal nodal regions, and they are somewhat short one. These plants, bushy in appearance, they are known as shrub plants. There are some plants are shrub one. Some plants are, means it includes the many plants. Therefore, general characters we are going to say here, the plants are herbs. Herb is nothing but it lives for lasted for few months throughout its life. The stem remains green, and at the time of the harvest it becomes hard, that is dry. The plants are delicate one, and some species are the climber. Here, climber in sense, the stem is a weak one, and for climb up requires the help to the support. Therefore, they are known as the climbers one. Climbers, the stems, they are weak one. They require the supports to grow each other. This is the first character of this family, that is known as habit. Then we are going to say the morphological characters. Morphological characters. Here, morphological characters, it consists the, that is the root, second stem, and third leaves. The morphological characters, while studying these families, these are the root, stem, leaves. These are the vegetative part of the plant body. Here, roots are tap root system, and the roots, they are branched one. Means tap root system. Here, the epicardial and hypocardial. Hypocardial gives rise to main branch, and this branch gives rise to side branch, primary branches. It grows second branches, and on the second branches, tertiary branches are produced. This system, root is directly developed from the hypocardial of the endosperms. They are known as the taproot system. They are further divided. That is the branched one. It is the main root. It goes to primary branches, secondary branches, and tertiary branches. Stems. The next parts of these families, that is morphological character, stems. Stems are aerial. This is the earth surface, that is the soil surface. The stem which remains above the soil surface, This is such type of the stems, they are known as aerial. And when grow below the soil, they are known as underground one. The stems are aerial. When the stems grow vertically erect, then it is known as a erecta stem. Then it is known as a erecta stem. The stem, it gives rise to further branches. It gives rise to further branches. Therefore, the stem is also known as a branch. When it remains a single one, as like in a palm, that is a coconut or a sugar cane, the stem is a single one. The stem is a unbranched. Here stem branched and sub-branched. Therefore, it is gives rise to Pandya, Upapandya. It is known as the branched one. The stem is cylindrical. Cylindrical means its outer surface is a cylindrical one. In some plants they are quadrangular, triangular, rectangular, pentangular. But in the Cisalpinaceae family, the stems are circular. They are known as also cylindrical one. Younger tips, they are remain herbaceous, and basal, they are woody one. Woody, that is becomes hard and stony. The other the second growth becomes hard and stony one. This is about few characters about the stem one. Next characters that is going to see, that is the leaves. Leaves on the stems, I will going to explain here the leaves in a detail. Somewhat difficult to understand these leaves. Plant gives rise to branched one. It gives a sub branch. Now the sub branch I will going to describe. The leaves gives alternate. Leaves are alternate. Leaves are a point from which this node gives rise to expanded lamina. This is known as the leaves. A point from which leaves are arranged known as the nodes. From the nodal region, expanded leafy structure, paternal leafy green structure which carries the photosynthesized structure arises known as the leaves. If these leaves are developed from node, they are known as the simple leaf. Then second successive leaf is towards its opposite one, and then the third successive leaf towards its opposite one. Such a type of the arrangement of the leaves, it is polytaxy, is known as the alternate one. In some species of the Cisalpinaceae, the leaves are simple. Here, each and every leaves, they have petiole. When the petiole present, then it is known as a petiolate. Means it has the stalk. Leaf has the stalk known as the petiole, and when the petiole is present, these leaves are known as the petiolate. Majority of the Cisalpinaceae families, the leaves are compound one. Leaves are compound one. Here, compound one is a term difficult to understand. Suppose, simple leaf. From the point of node, leaves are arranged, it is petiolate, it gives rise to flattened leafy structure. This leaf is known as the simple leaf. Then compound leaf. simple single leaf. Here, this one is the base of the leaf. It has the midrib goes up to the tip, that is apex. This is the midrib region, and it goes to side fence. This lamina of this leaf is divided. Here, this simple leaf, the leaf lamina is divided into different incisions. Means lamina of leaf each reach up to this midrib region. From this lamina is reached up to this midrib region. This lamina reached up to this one. Again this one. Means the lamina of the leaf is touched to the midrib. Therefore, single leaf is divided into number of leaflets, number of segments, and these segments they are known as the leaflets. These leaves they are known as the compound leaves. When these compound leaves they are developed in a primary rachis, then it is known as a unipinnate compound leaves. In some species, the leaves are not developed from the primary rachis. This one is a primary rachis. On the primary rachis, secondary rachis are developed, and on the secondary rachis, this one primary rachis leaf further divided into the secondary rachis, and on this secondary rachis, leaflets are produced. This one is known as a bipinnate compound leaves. In some species, this one is a primary rachis, this one secondary rachis. On the tertiary rachis, the leaflets are produced. Then they are known as the tripinnate compound leaves. Tripinnate compound leaves. Meaning that is a primary rachis. This one is a secondary rachis, and third one that is a tertiary rachis. Leaves are produced known as tripinnate compound leaves. Each and every leaflet, this one leaflet, this one is a midrib. Midrib is a broader one. Base of the lamina midrib runs up to the apex. This midrib divides into this number of side branches. The side branches further divide